As children's toys continue to get a political and cultural makeover, we wanted to highlight a small business in Brisbane whose new handmade dolls are running out the door. Bea and Joe are selling beautiful Aboriginal and Maori dolls for children across their social media sites. It's called Dreamtime Aroha, Aroha meaning love. Here with me now is one of the owners and hardworking ladies, Bea. Your Dreamtime dolls are beautiful. How did this all materialise?
Thank you. It actually materialised because we were asked by a friend to make some toys for her kids. She had come home from daycare one day and she was crying, the little girl. She said that, when she grows up, she wants to have blonde hair, and is her skin going to fade because she's not pretty like the dolls that she plays with at her daycare. And it just broke us, and so when I hear things like that, I'm sort of not the kind of person that can let it go too easy. So I started thinking, how can I make this happen? So I found some little dolls, and then I thought, I did some sewing back in high school. Maybe I should I should learn how to sew again. So I went onto YouTube, as you do now. I taught myself how to sew. I bought a sewing machine, made some dolls. It just sort of went from there, So we didn't expect this. It wasn't something that was planned because we both work full time. I thought, if I can just do something for someone, give back in a little way, maybe it might have some kind of difference for kids now than what we had when we were kids,
So what was it like for you being a little girl and walking into a toy store trying to find a doll that represented you?
My goodness, it was weird. It was like you didn't have very much choice. My dolls were Barbies, as were most kids, I guess, from the 80s. They were that real weird sort of orange colour with really straightened blonde hair that was really weird. My dad, bless him, he found a Cabbage Patch doll, right? But the Cabbage Patch doll was, she was Japanese, but she had closer skin colour to me, so he thought that would be all right. And she had this little Japanese passport, and that's sort of what I remember as a kid, the translucent Barbies and my beautiful Japanese Cabbage Patch doll. There was no sort of toys that looked like me, that something I couldn't connect to as a child, I suppose.
So tell me about your range that you've made.
We try to create a diverse range of babies and toys for kids. So we support Aboriginal artists by buying their fabrics. As I said, I haven't got a background in sewing, so I'm more of a tradie, I suppose. So everything's been designed as you would if you were cutting timber. So, but we have to make them so they're kid friendly and they can dress their babies up and they can put them in pajamas and stuff. So then creating something that is also just visually beautiful, but also tells a story. So the fabrics that we source, they all tell stories. That's something we wanted to create. We wanted to create a talking point, a discussion point, a collective awareness and exposure for some of the most talented artists we've got in the world that are living right in our backyard. We support Aboriginal artists by buying their fabrics, and we source fabrics everywhere. We've actually just approached a group in Alice to try and get some of their fabrics down here.
So why is it so important for you to do this?
Important for us is that we want to create a diversity out there for kids, but mostly, it started because we wanted to give our kids something that they could relate to. All Australians should be able to relate to what we're doing. We want to bridge those gaps, and I think art is one of the most powerful ways to create that dialogue. Well, we're doing dolls at the moment, and they are keeping us very busy, these little dolls. If you asked me 20 years ago if I was going to be playing with dolls at 40 years old, I'd probably laugh. They're actually, they're powerful. They're powerful little beings with crazy little stories to tell.
The dolls are very colourful and refreshingly different. How are you keeping up with the demand?
Oh my goodness, it's been crazy. Work full time as well as doing this, and this project has been fully self-funded. We're fortunate enough to be able to do that. It's important to us that we support local businesses, we source local products, and we do that ethically. It's all handmade. And whilst we do pull all-nighters to get stuff done, you can't kind of do that all the time. So we're looking for people to help us. If you can hook me up with a seamstress, that'd be deadly. Um,
We'll put the call out.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, we don't want to inundate you too much, but where can people go to buy the dolls?
So we have an Instagram account that you can go on to if you want to, and just have a look at what we do. There's a lot of good conversations on there. There's a lot of funny stuff on there, and from there, there's links to a website. We have an account set up there. We sell once a week, but keep your eye out. Some pretty funky surprises coming up.
Yeah, they're very special indeed. Well, thank you so much for your time and good luck with the business.
Thank you so much, and have a lovely afternoon.